I don't want to say I didn't really retire. I left my public job back during the pandemic and was eligible to file for my public pension. So I went ahead and did that, got a big lump sum from that, and I put it in the stock market. I put it in an IRA basically, which is tied to the stock market. This was in 2021, and 2 weeks after I put it in, the Ukraine war started, and I lost 12% 2 weeks after I put it in. And
Well,
I was like,
but did
wow,
you lose it? I mean, I know it went down, but did it
right.
rebound?
It did. I had took a
Okay.
year and a half to get back to where I was at, but, I started, and I've been involved off and on in day trading in the stock market. I understand how the stock market works and that kind of thing, but, just that kind of volatility was something that, I know people say, you get involved with it, you don't look at it because of that volatility, but then, there's really not a lot of tax advantages for being in the stock market. But once you find out about multifamily, you find out not only you can get cash flow from it, you can get a huge upside from it. There's tax shelter in it, there's just not another investment that gives you all of those things all in one. And so just made much more sense to me. And so I took all of my money out and put it in a self-directed account. It's still in the self-directed IRA, but I put all that IRA into real estate. So I'm so I use that to get
Exactly.
into I'm into 2,200 units now in Texas and Florida. So yeah.
Congratulations. So that is phenomenal. I've always been in real estate, but we launched a fund, Clearview
Mm.
Eastern Fund, and we have 800 doors now, a $25 million fund. So all the same reasons that you cited just now is why we're, launched a fund. But I did something different because I have been in real estate for 30 years. I added to that PPM that it's 80% multifamily apartments. We only do 100 doors or better, but 20% of it we buy cash flowing businesses also.
Okay.
So that kind of offsets. We get the big tax advantages on the multifamily, but
Okay.
then on the we're seeing the bigger upside and more consistent, larger cash flows on the business
Right.
acquisitions.
Right.
Love your journeys. How many units do you buy typically, or the deals that you want to get into? Are they usually over 100 doors or are they smaller?
So right now our buy box is basically about 50 to 60 up to about 120 right now. It's kind of where we're focused. So the partnership that I'm in, so that 2,200 I told you, that's kind of just me invested on my own. But our partnership is we're as a group, we have about 10 other properties, about 1,100 units and 150 million under management, assets under management. And all of those properties,
Congratulations.
some of them are a little oh, thanks. Some of those are a little smaller, some of them a little larger than that. And most recently, in fact, we haven't even closed on it yet. We're going to be closing on it in the next couple of weeks as a 106 unit apartment complex in St. Louis, Missouri. So
St. Louis, Missouri. That I'd be interested in hearing your underwriting. Is there any specific misconception about that you think a lot of people have that that is just not said typically?
yeah, I think the big thing is I think I kind of mentioned it is a lot of people with higher income people in W-2 jobs don't realize how easy it is for them to get into that, and they don't have to be the managers of it either. I mean, they can invest with someone else like you or I, and get into it that way and take the benefits both of the passive income, regular passive monthly income, and as in addition to the tax benefits. And I'm 64 years old, and for most of my career, something that people just didn't talk about. I came from the generation where we were taught to, you get a job, you go to college, you get a job, and you invest in an IRA and that kind of thing. And a lot of that is not necessarily the best way to manage your money. And I wish I'd have found out about real estate investing 30 years ago.